Hey, hope this video finds you well today, and I just wanted to discuss today with you about starting a business in your 50s and what that looks like, and what I'm learning so far. I'm about a month into this, and the backstory is basically I've been looking at this business model for about the last 6 months, 8 months maybe, and I was going to start doing it as more of a side hustle, like a side project in my full-time job, and which I started to sort of put together. I was doing it the weekends and the evenings, and as fate would have it, I got laid off, lost my job just before Christmas, so it's about a month ago now. So since then I've gone all into this business model. It's not ideal, but that's the way life works sometimes. And what I want to share with you today is just five tips really that I've learned so far on this journey, and I'll just share with you my first month's results so far. So, I'm not new to trying to start businesses, especially online. I've tried and failed a lot over the last few years, but so this is not completely new to me. But I think there's a lot about when doing stuff on the side and actually doing it full time. And I think this lays into my first point actually, because I've tried to start a lot of businesses as a side project over the years, and they've never really worked. And I think it all boils down to this first point I'm going to make, which I think is number one, is that I think you need to have an all-in mindset and attitude. The problem I've had in the past is I've just not given the project my full concentration and all my energy, and over time what happens is it becomes harder and harder to sort of juggle the business around your other works and other commitments, and ultimately you lose interest, you lose momentum, and the whole thing falters, and then you move on to the next thing. And I've done this time and time again, and I think now I'm realizing it, that it's because I didn't go all in. I wasn't completely all in on the project, and due to my circumstances I now have to be all in on this, and I've actually invested quite a chunk of money into this business as well, which is an uncomfortable amount for me. So again, that definitely creates that mindset that this has to succeed. There is no like second, there's no plan B at the moment. There's no like, well, we'll see what happens. This has to work. I'm going to turn around, it's just too muddy. So that's number one. I think if you're going to go do this, and I do say, in your 50s or your 60s, even your 70s, if you're thinking of trying a business, honestly, I do think you should go for it. Go for it, because you've still got more time. You realise the way the world's changing at the moment, things can happen a lot faster than they used to do. Again, it depends on the business model that you're going after, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot. You can achieve a lot more in a quicker space of time than previously. When I grew up, setting a business up was a massive project, because everything was, it was bricks and mortars basically, and it took a huge amount of money, and it would take a huge risk, and for most people it just wasn't viable. But now, you can set a business up online, for example, pretty quickly, pretty cheaply. Does mean there's a lot more competition because the barrier to entry is very low, but you can get started, and if you've got the right plan and the right model and the right attitude, you can get ahead quite quickly. Anyway, digress there. So number one, all-in mentality, and I think this applies to everything. If you look on this channel, we do a lot about fitness, and again, if you're going to get results in anything, I think you have to have this all-in mentality, that you're all in. We call it going pro, and I'm going to do another video on this mindset, because I think it's really important. So number one, all in. Number two, I'm finding you've got to have singularity of focus. This comes into the all-in mentality. You can't be dilly-dallying, flip-flopping about from one thing to another. Again, this is what I found previously. It doesn't work. You need to be completely focused on one thing. Yes, like for example, I'm doing a bit of YouTube now, but I've done my day's work today before I did this. I haven't broke off and come out and done this video. I've gone for a walk today. Everything I had to do today has been done. So every day, wake up, what am I doing today? What's the focus? What's the plan? And I think this is key, because again, focusing on the goals that you have, the business, focus on the business all the time, 100% is key to getting anything done. And I think if you're getting sidetracked by other issues and other opportunities, it just won't work. So if you are going to do this, make sure that you can give this your absolute 100% focus. The third tip I'll share, what I'm learning at the moment, is success loves speed. Get up and get things done and get it done fast. I don't mean do things half-hearted or low quality, but certainly you have to. I'm finding, and this is another problem I've had over the years, is not getting things done fast enough. Flopping around, messing about, procrastination. We all do it, don't get me wrong, I'm not stopped doing that, but you have to get things moving quickly. Get an idea and get it out there ASAP. Success loves speed. This is the one thing, it's a big one actually, I'm learning. The more I do it, the better things are. I say, I don't mean to just be cutting corners and not doing things properly, but certainly not flapping about and wasting time. And especially as you're getting older as well anyway, we haven't got time, when you're 50s and 60s doing this, we haven't got time to wait. So again, this probably goes back into that all-in mentality. For me at the moment, I've got no options. I've got to do this. So speed is absolutely critical for me, because I've only got a certain period of time before things start to get uncomfortable. So I've got to be quick. Again, if you haven't got that thing behind you to pushing you on, then that's going to be difficult. So you're going to have to force that out, especially if it's not in your nature. But certainly, if you do try, you're going to launch your business, success, just write that down, make it your mantra: success loves speed. Tip number 4 is getting started, and this is from my background as well, is it's all about sales and marketing. Most things I do now are based around sales and marketing, getting my awareness out there, meeting people, setting up meetings, having conversations, anywhere I can start to promote the products and services that I offer. That is where I'm at. All the other stuff, all the admin side of it, all the other little bits and the fulfillment side of it, which obviously will come as we get busy, that just has to wait at the moment. It's all about the sales and marketing. And I think a lot of us, and I've done this in the past, where you get bogged down with like building websites and doing this and doing that and all the other stuff, that don't get me wrong, is important, but it's not critical. All that stuff doesn't put the money in the bank. What puts money in the bank is sales, it's marketing and sales, and that's where I'm focused on at the moment. And I honestly recommend that if you are going through the same thing, this is where you put your energy as well. Sales and marketing. If you don't understand sales and marketing, learn it, get better at it. Make it your new super skill for the business, because ultimately it's you. Like, if it's like me, you're a one-man band at the moment, then you have to learn this. It's a skill you're going to have to get over and get it done, because it's going to be critical to the success. So all about sales and marketing, and that's probably going to be, I read a book called Ready, Aim, Fire by a guy called Michael Maston, very good business book actually, and he said, and he breaks it down like in terms of growth of a business, and he said that first 0 to 1 million, 80% of what you do in the business should be around sales and marketing. So definitely apply that if you're going to get into this. And also, you've got to remember, it's so competitive out there, so competitive, that you can't be relaxed and laid back when it comes to your sales marketing, because there's people out there hustling like crazy, and they just get in front of you, and you just won't get seen. So trying to get build awareness and getting yourself noticed in this marketplace is difficult. So it's something you're going to have to learn, and when you do get the opportunity to speak to people, you've got to make it count. Again, so I'm all over at the moment. I'm learning. I don't class myself as a great salesman, but I'm learning, and I know the more I do it, the better I'll get. And it's a skill I'm certainly heavily focused on improving over the next sort of coming year. And the final one is whatever business you're into, make sure you've got a really strong offer to lead with. Going back to the last point, it's so competitive out there at the moment. Trying to sort of differentiate yourself between everyone else is really difficult. I don't care what industry you're in. There's going to be other people there. It's just competition, which is great. You want competition, but it's how you're going to differentiate yourself from that competition. And what I'm finding at the moment, I've got a really, really strong, good offer, and that is something that is definitely opening doors for me. And I've noticed when I'm speaking to people, or when I'm reaching out to people, or in my marketing and stuff, they're seeing that offer. And this is more of an introductory offer. It's a way to sort of open the doors and get involved with other businesses. That's key, because that differentiates you from a lot of people out there who just haven't got that appeal, because their offer's just not strong enough, or it's too vague, or it doesn't really solve a big problem in the business. So really, really strong offer is key. There's a really good book by Alex Hormozy, if you've not seen it, called 100 Million Offers, and there's another one called 100 Million Leads. I strongly recommend getting them two books if you're launching a business like me, definitely. And yeah, I'll leave a link to them too under the description of the video now. And anyway, just before I go, just want to give you sort of 1 month's results, and I'm gonna update on the channel here with progress. So we're a month in, I say. First few weeks, obviously, with Christmas in the way, so it was a bit difficult to sort of really get the ball rolling. But since January now, we're full steam ahead. I've got two. I'm onboarding two clients at the moment. Hopefully they'll go live this month. I've got another meeting tomorrow with a prospect who's highly interested, and hopefully his business partner or the director of the business will be the same. And I think that will get the go ahead. And I've got to speak to someone next week who again is highly interested in the offer that I've got. And so really, there's no money in the bank so far. Nothing's happened. I say nothing happens, and I've learned this in the past. Nothing happens till there's money drops in that bank. It's not a real business. But the conversations I've had have been encouraging, and I think it's just more about just doing the same now and just keep consistent and keep going. So I will post another monthly update back end of February. See is going. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope this is give you some value today. If you are going down this path with me journey, please do leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback and what you're trying to do and how you're getting on. And let's all try and support each other with this, because I tell you, it is tough out there, guys, and I think it's going to get tougher. But I do think there's also at the same time a massive opportunity out there as well, and especially for people our age. We're not finished. We're not over the hill. We're not going to miss out on this. The opportunity's there, but you've just got to be willing to take that risk and go for it. Anyway, guys, hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.